Today, we are talking about the shift that made me wealthy. If you're brand new, I just want to welcome you. I also want to say that this is my birthday week and I'm giving away all my programs or my masterclasses with 50% discount. Everything you can find in the link in description. The shift that actually helped me to go from broke to living in abundance, to living in overflow, if you will. The shift that helped me to go from struggling immigrant to successful attorney. Someone who was doubting herself into someone who is high value woman. As we all know, we are manifesting based on the frequency that we are, not based on what we want. You cannot manifest life full of love, freedom, wealth based on lack mentality or the lack consciousness of scarcity. In order for us to actually shift that reality and see different reality around you, full of love, wealth, abundance, you have to shift within you first. In other words, you have to shift that frequency, that vibration that you are operating from, because only then you can become match. So the first thing that I did to become a high value woman who is living wealthy life is to understand that the more I want to receive, the more I need to open up. And the more I open up, then I can receive more. And it all starts with knowing who I am and trusting who I am, allowing myself to receive. And that all starts with acceptance and self-love. So this is the number one thing, that when you master loving yourself, accepting yourself, you will master the trust in you and trust in universe, and that you will be able to open up to receive more love, more wealth, more abundance, more freedom, more joy, and so on. It all starts with self-love. Self-love is the key to receive everything you want in your life. My book is called Love is the Law for a reason, because love is that universal law that is actually guiding everything, shifting everything, and healing everything. And if you want to change your life, it starts with loving who you are first, accepting better, more abundant, more beautiful, more wealthy life right now. The next thing I did is to understand that what you see around you, it doesn't matter. So as I moved to US with just $700, and I was this struggling immigrant with this huge dream, and people were laughing at me like, who do you think you are to manifest this or that? Like, you crazy? And I knew that I am crazy, and thank God I'm crazy. Because of that craziness, I was then able to actually trust in that invisible. I was ignoring my circumstances of lack. I was ignoring my circumstances of difficult conditions because I moved here with nothing, broken English, big dream, $700, didn't know anybody. I was able to graduate law school. I was able to become a licensed attorney because nobody would hire me. I was able to start my own company. I was able to build that company, and I was able to overcome challenge after challenge after challenge. Then I was able to actually overcome my biggest challenge, that was manifesting love of my life. And I was able to build the life that I'm living today. Now, that all happened because first I activated that self-love in me, like I felt worthy to receive. And number two, because I ignored the circumstances, I ignored the 3D reality. I absolutely ignored it. I did not let 3D circumstances dictate my life. What I allowed dictate my life and where I was going was that vision. And that vision was coming from that identity of high value, wealthy woman. That high value, wealthy woman, I had to become her way before I could see it in my 3D reality as a reflection, as a mirror that was mirroring back to me who I was on that cellular frequency level, if you will. And so this is the key. Whatever you're manifesting, it's already yours in 5D. The question is, how are we going to solidify it and bring it to the 3D? And that is actually the work we are doing inside of my masterclasses, my programs, my one-on-one private coaching containers. This is about the merging that invisible into the visible, merging from the 5D into 3D, right? That's the work. That's the embodiment. And once you get that part, then anything is possible. And I don't care how crazy your dreams are, anything is possible. Anything. It's about stretching yourself into new you, so then you can experience that new reality, and then you stretch more and more and more. And as you stretch yourself, you're actually expanding. You are expanding through this experience. Your soul is expanding and you're experiencing life to the fullest. You are learning those lessons that you need to learn to actually expand your consciousness and to realize your infinite potential. Your infinite potential, because that infinite potential is actually your nature. That is your nature. That nature wants to express itself through that experience, but it starts with you, and it starts with approval, and it starts that approval that you need to give to yourself. You cannot wait for approval or condition to be met from the outside world. You have to give this approval to yourself. You have to say yes to that life. So when I shifted my life, it was because I was bold and brave to shift myself, my identity. And I trusted in that invisible. I trusted in my dream. I trusted in that vision, no matter what was going on around me. And I hope that my story serves as an evidence that can actually help you to see that potential in you and in your life. And you take it as a proof that anything is possible for you. And of course, I want to invite you dive deeper into my masterclasses, my programs, one-on-one coaching container, so we can together create a life of your wildest dreams. Why? Because you can and because you are worth it. I'm sending so much love, and I'll see you in my next video.